Stu and Jenna Walker of the Reklaws, the day after showing up on America's Got Talent, please tell me you guys have something better to do than spend time with me. There has to be.
No, this is what we want to do. This is amazing. Thanks for making time for us, for real.
Ah, boy. Now, before we actually started recording this interview, by the way, you guys were on AGT last night. I called this show AGH, Ain't Got Hair. That's me.
Oh my gosh.
If you leave me alone with my thoughts too long, that's the kind of stuff that comes out. Now, Stu, you got married about a week ago. You guys earlier today announced as performers on the CCMA Awards show, you're going to perform Base 31 at the end of this month. We got a lot to talk about, but here we are. The buzz everywhere is the Reklaws on AGT. So let's start and kind of weave through the process in the very beginning. Okay. Mm-hmm. How do the Reklaws end up on AGT?
Honestly, we don't even really know. Let's be real. It's kind of, yeah, totally. I mean, it did have a lot to do with Drake Milligan and our Honky Tonkin' About song. He did America's Got Talent. And through that, producers of the show got a look at the Reklaws and got interested and gave us the opportunity to come and audition. And that was terrifying. We didn't know what to say to that because we're so proud of the career we have, and we didn't want to mess that up. We didn't want to get it wrong. But we're yes people, and our journey has not been one straight line. And this just felt like another mountain that we had to climb. So we showed up, went to LA and did it. And it was terrifying, but so cool.
Well, I'm glad you did, because I think, you know, we really take pride as people in the business and as fans when we see our own get showcased to the rest of the world. And to me, going on AGT, the Reklaws, it's a chance for you to get your music out all across America in a matter of minutes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Crazy.
And it really has shown in the last 24 hours or even 12 hours of how the exposure for that, like, it's just insane. Heidi Klum tweeted about us.
That's big.
Massive.
I think that means I'm going to be in the Victoria's Secret show or something like that at some point.
Me too.
Whatever.
You both belong there. Funny you say that, though, about, you know, how quickly fans who see that, they act, they respond. My daughter and I watched the show, of course, and right away she opened up the Reklaws Instagram page, and you could see the number of followers on the spot start to grow and start to climb. So as to why you say yes, should you say yes? Well, of course, because you're in the business of getting your music out to fans, and congratulations on that showcase last night. Unbelievable.
Thank you. It was so cool. And it was important to us to make sure our Canadian fans knew that the only reason this opportunity was an opportunity was because of them. And we're hoping that they just rally behind us and help us through whatever might come next, because we don't know.
Well, what I was doing is running around my house. I'm looking for anything golden that I can hit. It's like, come on, somebody hit this gold buzzer.
We're like, confetti.
I'm poking the center of a toonie. I'm looking for a box of golden. Like, somebody hit something golden here. But you guys got 4 yeses from the panel, and there was no debate. It really seemed there was consensus right away. When you guys were performing, I'm curious to know, where was your attention? Did you have your eye on the judges? Were you eyeing the crowd? Like, during that performance, what's your headspace?
The second it started, we have in the show, you can see we both have our ears in, and usually for our shows with our ears, we have those in as well, but there's crowd mics, so we can play off the crowd a lot and hear what the crowd's doing. But
and we love that.
Yeah, that's like what the reason why we can, like, the shows are so fun for us. But the crowd erupted 3 different times. I didn't hear them once because there was no crowd mics. So I was locked into the piano. I saw Jenna reacting, like, in last night's showing of it, like, to the crowd. But, like, when we finished playing, when it was over, I was like, that might have sucked.
I was like, they hated it.
I don't know. And I looked to the right, and Simon stood up, and Howie stood up, and everybody else stood up, and we were like, okay, it was good. It was good.
I just think, you know, as not just a, of course, country music fan, but a sports fan, I'm thinking, you guys going out on AGT, performing in front of those judges, including Simon Cowell, that to me is like having a one-shot lead on 18 at Augusta on Sunday at the Masters, and you've got to make the shot.
Yeah,
Legit.
that's how it felt.
Exactly.
It was like pressure was on, and we didn't want to embarrass ourselves because we know how hard we've worked for this, but we knew how big this opportunity was. So everyone in our band was looking at us like, are you okay? Are you okay? I'm like, I don't know. Am I okay? Like, we're going to go out there. We're going to do it.
I'm like, a couple of buzzers had happened before. Like the guy before us was like a nunchuck guy, and he got buzzed like 4 in a row really fast. And like side stage, it was like, like such a loud noise. I was like, if we're up there and I'm playing piano and that happens, I'm just gonna stop playing. Like I can't imagine having to keep going. Like, so
what a moment.
Yet.
Well, you know, I think, and now would be a great time to shine a bit of a light on why A, you guys are awesome, but B, 4 judges gave you guys a very quick pass. And I think that's attributable to the song and your performance of it. And maybe what helped center you guys, I don't want to put thoughts or answers in your head, but I think we all know, having heard the song, where you guys drew the motivation and inspiration to do what you did.
100%. That's what we've been saying. It's been, with losing our mom, we had 2 options. We were going to play, they were between 2 songs, and we performed both of them at the rehearsals. And the producers were like, we don't know. You guys have to decide what song, because we don't know what song. Both of them are great. So we were like, okay, for sure, we're not doing People Don't Talk About, not doing it. And then we watched a video back of the rehearsal, and we were like, wait, this feels like a bigger moment for this stage and for this story to be told. And that's exactly what happened when we walked on stage. There was something bigger going on. There was this calmness that came to us that had to be our mom. I know that if she would have been there so hard backstage with all the different acts, like it was like Yeehaw Adventure Farm, the farm we grew up on, all over again. And I know that she was there. It was really cool.
Yeah, you know, it feels to me, and sometimes I try to distance myself from the fact that I've known you guys for years. You've been super good to us, and whether you like it or not, I consider you friends. So I'm watching the performance, and it felt to me like you guys did more than just perform a song on America's Got Talent. I don't think on a show like that you see very often a message get delivered of such importance to so many people at a single time. And even the guy who hosts the show, I thought, on the side stage moment, kind of made that point too.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Howie Mandel being the first to speak and really shout out mental health and how important that is to him, and how it's affected his life with his friends and himself. And just so the stigma doesn't need to be so buried or swept under the rug or buried away from your thoughts and your discussions with your friends. I think it's such an important thing that we want to keep on doing and make it part of our careers, and hopefully start a charity or something like that as time goes on. But his words with that really impacted us, making us be like, okay, this was the right choice.
We did the right thing.
We actually chose the right direction for this, for sure.
Well, if the experience of AGT ended there last night, I think it was worthwhile. But of course, you got the 4 yeses. So what happens from here?
I don't know, Paul. You tell us. Like, what song? What are we doing? Yeah. I don't know.
If they want us back in the next round, we will know in a while, but we don't necessarily.
But I feel like we need to do like a fun country song, like show the side of the Reklaws that's like the fun side.
Beers, boys.
Sure.
Yeah.
Hey, who was it in the band last night had the 11 beers shirt?
That was August, the trumpet player.
Yeah.
Cool.
He was like, we told him to wear black. He's like, this is the only black thing I own. I own neon, everything. We're like, great, just wear that.
Yeah.
Great.
I pointed that out to my wife and daughter. I said, they got an 11 beers shirt on the stage. So cool. So, all right, let's say you next time around, it's maybe an upbeat, a fun song. Will you go to the back catalog, or will you guys look to maybe write something new for the show?
Oh, that's a great question. We don't know. Like we need a lot of practice of like what's gonna come across right.
We have seen in the last 12 hours like the world reacting to People Don't Talk About, and like the streams and the surge happen. So we do have, like you said, we have a lot of awesome songs that we think would work, and so it's just not screwing it up.
And we have new songs coming out
at this point.
New songs coming out, which could be it, which will be interesting this summer. Actually, I think this summer will be important with all the shows we're playing, to play those songs and to see the crowd react. I think that will have that will help us decide on the song.
And also get our chops for what we might sing.
Yeah.
Right. This might be the craziest thing that I never thought I'd say in an interview, but for a second, let's put AGT off to the side.
Enough of that.
You mentioned the shows you're going to play this summer, and there's one coming up at Base 31 down in Prince Edward County in Picton coming up the end of June. The Pretty Excellent Country Music Festival. You guys are going to be there in High Valley as well. Base 31's just really become an incredible venue in this area down in Prince Edward County. And we know that the Reklaws just pack a lot of fun into a show.
Oh, honestly, we're so excited.
Yeah,
Like,
we have a new show built for the summer. It's we spent about 3 months this spring getting it ready. So we are so excited to actually like sell it now.
and it feels like the beginning of the summer. Like, let's go. We wait all year for this, and to finally get it started is like so exciting.
Finally warm in Canada.
Yes, beautiful right now. And certainly you guys will bring the sunshine again, no matter what the weather is at the end of June. And we're giving away tickets to that show right now on Cool 100. Go see the Reklaws in High Valley down at Base 31. Stu, newlywed, how's it feel? How'd that go?
Show them the ring.
There it is.
Look at that.
One ring to hold them all.
Did you get Stanley Cup champions engraved on the inside and not tell your wife?
Yeah, I got a Reklaw lyric inside. It was so good. It was such an amazing day. My family was there, so helpful. Her family was amazing. They were just like, it was just a very great memory. It was raining, but apparently that's good luck. I didn't care. My wife cared a lot about it, but I could care less about the rain. And I don't know. It was, I felt my mom everywhere that day. Very much so.
I'm sure you will for a long time. That never goes away. And I'm glad the wedding went well. And of course, the CCMA Awards coming up in Edmonton. You guys are among the first round of performers that were announced just earlier today. Man, oh man, when do you guys get time off?
You know what? We don't want it. Not time yet. Let's go. Let's get it going. It feels nice to be busy. We know how lucky we are to say we're busy doing what we love, because COVID taught us how scary it can be when it all goes away. So we are thriving. We love it. We're so excited to see everybody and get back out there.
Right on. Well, when you guys came out on AGT last night, I said to my wife and my daughter, from the officers' mess at 8 Wing Trenton a few years ago to the stage of America's Got Talent, man, are we proud of the Reklaws? And that was just absolutely heartwarming and fabulous for you guys to shine a light, not just on the issue of mental health, but I think a very important part of it with the song, People Don't Talk About It. And everybody, I think, to whatever degree gets affected by mental health, whether it's their own or somebody near them. And I lost a friend to mental health about 10 years ago. And, you know, I think we've made progress in the last 10 years. Going back then, even the family didn't like to talk about it. So all that to say, thank you for doing what you're doing to help erase that stigma.
Of course, if that's all we do, then we're super proud.
But that's not all you're going to do. You're going to
not all we're going to do, Paul.
We've got a lot to do.
Paul.
Well, hey, if people don't already follow the Reklaws on socials, jump on them now and join the tens of thousands who've jumped on the wagon since that performance of AGT. And I guess this ride ain't over. We're going to buckle up and we're going to see where it goes.
That's right. That's awesome.
Guys, do you have any questions of me before I let you go?
What oil do you use on your head?
No oil. This is just naturally beautifully oily.
Because it's beautifully suntanned too, which must be a hard job to do.
Yeah. How do you do that?
It's a delicate balance of knowing when to take the hat on and off when you're on the golf course.
Okay. Great call. Great call.
I love it. No.
Hey, you know, I just last night I went into the pharmacy. I bought this bottle of shampoo because guys with my hair, you still need shampoo, right?
Of course.
And I found this bottle of stuff. I think it was Dove Care for Men or something like that. It said no hair fall or something like that. And it's like, where were you guys with this stuff 25 years ago?
Hello.
What enough about that. Reklaws, listen, thanks for doing this the day after you showed up on AGT. Again, for anyone who hasn't found you on socials yet, where are you?
We are at the Reklaws everywhere on the internet. Walker backwards is our name, Reklaws. It's
no C.
Bit weird sounding at first, but you'll get it as time goes on. If you're
right on. I think we set a record. I've only made you 3 minutes late.
Oh, honey, you always set a record in my books.
I blame the internet. We're not late at all. We're
Not
good.
late.
We're right on time, guys. Straight ahead. The best is yet to come for the Reklaws. We'll see you down at base 31 at the end of the month.
We love you.
Love you, Fergie.
Can't wait to see ya.
You're the man.